Imagine a world without color. Close your eyes for a second and picture it. Everything is gray, dull, and lifeless. Pretty bleak, right? Thankfully, we live in a world bursting with vibrant colors. But have you ever stopped to think about where color comes from? Color isn't something objects possess on their own. It's a magical dance between light and our eyes. When light hits an object, some colors are absorbed and others are reflected. The reflected colors are what we see, creating the beautiful spectrum we know and love. Without light, there's no color. It's like having a paintbrush without any paint. Light is the artist, and color is the masterpiece it creates. Now let's talk about form. We live in a three-dimensional world, but sometimes things look flat, like a photograph. Light changes that. It reveals the curves, bumps, and hollows of objects, giving them their three-dimensional shape. Think about a simple sphere. When light shines directly on it, the center appears bright, while the edges gradually darken. This gradual shift from light to shadow tells our eyes that the sphere is round, not flat. Light and shadow work together like a sculptor's chisel, carving out the shapes we see. They turn a flat canvas into a world of depth and dimension.
Light really is like a sculptor, isn't it? It transforms flat images into lifelike forms, making everything around us more dynamic and interesting.
Let's move on to texture. Texture is how something feels: rough, smooth, bumpy, or soft. Light plays a crucial role in how we perceive texture visually. It's all about the shadows and highlights. Imagine a rough stone surface. When light hits it, each tiny bump and crevice creates a shadow. These tiny shadows, contrasted with the brighter highlights, give the stone its rough appearance. The angle of the light matters too. Direct light creates strong shadows and highlights, emphasizing texture. Soft, diffused light, like on a cloudy day, minimizes shadows, making surfaces appear smoother.
Section 4. Value, the language of light and shadow. Now let's talk about value. Don't worry, this isn't a math class. In art, value simply means how light or dark a color is. Think of it like a grayscale gradient, from pure white to deepest black, with shades of gray in between.
Understanding value is crucial for creating realistic drawings and paintings. It helps us understand how light behaves and how to use it to create the illusion of form and depth. Even in colorful artworks, value plays a key role in creating harmony and balance.
By carefully observing the values in the world around us, we can translate those light and dark relationships onto our canvases, bringing our artistic visions to life.
Section 5. Seeing in black and white. Understanding value. To truly grasp the power of value, try looking at the world in black and white. Look at photographs or squint your eyes to blur the colors. Suddenly, you'll start to notice the subtle shifts in light and shadow that create form and texture. Notice how the darkest darks recede into the background, while the lightest lights pop forward. See how the midtones create the subtle transitions between shapes, giving the image a sense of volume. This is the magic of value at work. Section 6. From canvas to hair, the artistry of light and shadow. So, what does all this have to do with, say, hair design?
Well, just like an artist uses light and shadow to create a painting, a hairstylist uses them to create dimension and style in hair. Think about highlights and lowlights. By strategically placing lighter and darker shades, a stylist can enhance natural hair color, add volume, and even create the illusion of movement.
The same principles of light and shadow apply. Darker colors recede, making hair appear thicker, while lighter colors come forward, adding shine and dimension. It's all about using the interplay of light and dark to create a masterpiece.